Morning, y'all. It's Tuesday, April 6, 2021, and we're starting the day off with some bandsaw maintenance. Alright, so I just finished with bandsaw maintenance, and basically what I did is that I was adjusting that outer wheel, because the outer wheel adjustment is responsible for the inner wheel adjustment, and the inner wheel is where the blade is connected to. So then I can straighten up the outer wheel, which straightens out the inner wheel, which makes sure that the blade is running smoothly on the inside wheel. So I'm pretty much done with that, and I just need one of my supervisors to look over my work and make sure that it's safe before I can turn it on and do a test cut. The next thing I'm working on today is a CNC tool holder. So we have a CNC router at the garage, and this is what the tool looks like. And the tool holder that I'm designing has one of these slots, so then you can just slot the tool into the slot and it holds the tool. So this is sheet metal work, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out this shape right here. And basically what it is, it's just gonna be a long sheet of metal with a little slot, and then we're gonna bend it in the machine downstairs so that it creates a stable base at the bottom. So if you could just imagine taking this, bending it so that there's two sides holding it up, and then having the slot for the tool. So what I did to make this test cut is that I drew out this shape on Fusion 360 over here, and then I just adjusted the sizes of each of these slots and each of these holes so that I could find which one was the best fit for this tool and which hole could fit this piece of hardware. And then I popped it in the water jet cutter, which is basically shooting water at metal until it cuts, and then it makes the shape. I'm halfway done my lunch break, and just before my lunch break I realized that I made a mistake when trying to put the bandsaw blade back on. I found out that I put the blade on backwards, so shout out to Sam, who's the EIT on our team. She helped me take the blade off, and then she turned it inside out, and then we both put it back on. But since I have to do more bandsaw maintenance this afternoon, I probably won't get to finish the water jet cuts for the ISO tool holder. ISO as in the CNC router ISO tool holder. I'm gonna try this one, but instead of bending at 90, I'll try to bend at 120, and hopefully it won't break. So this material is definitely prone to cracking, so that's no good. So I'm just editing the video that you're watching right now, and what I've realized throughout the process of doing bandsaw maintenance and doing these water jet cuts and bends for the CNC tool holder is that the creation process really takes a lot of practice. What I mean is that when it came to bandsaw maintenance, it really took me a couple days to figure out how to fix the problem that was happening on our bandsaw. So I eventually figured out that the outer wheel adjusts the inner wheel, and the inner wheel is what causes the free spin of the blade. So by adjusting the outer wheel, I was able to learn that the blade adjustment really depends on how tilted the inner wheel is. Same thing with the water jet cuts. Those cuts took me quite a few tries in order to get the holes just right. So the cuts alone took me a couple days. And even after that, the bending process was a lot more difficult than I expected, because I realized that aluminum, which is the metal that I was using, isn't that malleable, so it doesn't bend that easily. So to fix that problem, I figured that I would try to do these water jet cuts once again, but instead of using aluminum, I'm going to try using like stainless steel, or just kind of hunt around for some material that's easier to bend. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to try aluminum again, but instead of trying to bend it so tightly, I'm going to have like a bigger bend radius, so hopefully it won't break. But the main thing that I learned throughout this video and throughout filming these clips is that creation process really takes a lot of time and practice, and you really have to experiment before you figure out the solution that works best. So that's one of the reasons why I like engineering, is because there's a huge aspect of experimentation involved. It really takes a lot of patience, a lot of dedication, and you have to be willing to make mistakes and fail. And luckily at the Elko Engineering Garage, it's a really safe environment for me to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, and I have some amazing supervisors and peers who helped me throughout this entire process of learning, making a bunch of iterations, and improving upon my design. So super grateful and super stoked about this video. I just wanted to share the learning process that I've experienced in this last week. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
These skies have a different light, why noise that keeps me up at night? I can't help but think back to you.